I'm back with another video a lot sooner than anticipated, which is great. Thank you so much for the love on my last skincare video. I really appreciate it. The sun is really bright today and I don't know if my eyes are just not used to the sun because in the UK it's been so dark, but it's kind of hurting them a little bit. So if I'm like this, today's recreation is one of the most incredible and famous Nina Park makeup. She does something with makeup that really transforms a person's face. It's about enhancing a person's natural features whilst also almost creating a contrast on the face that has people questioning whether they've had work done within a matter of weeks, and it's really just the Nina Park makeup effect. So I'm very excited to be able to attempt to recreate some of these iconic looks that she's created today, and there's a few individual items of the makeup that I'm going to be zooming very close into and trying to really replicate and study. We're going to be talking through it in a lot of depth. Make sure you grab a cuppa and let's go straight ahead. I'm really hoping this is going to give me a full transformation, but you just never know. Okay, so one thing I really notice about the skin is that it's really flawless. It has a natural glow to it, but it's also not overly shiny at the same time. I'm going to start by using the By Terry Tea to Tan. This is a new product for me and it's a really great way to add a little bit of a bronze look on the skin, but when you buff it in, it just looks really natural and effortless and really seamless, like your natural sun-kissed tan, and it's really water resistant, so throughout the day it's not going to run off. All the products that Nina Park uses a lot of the time is Chanel because she's a brand ambassador for Chanel. I actually don't have a lot of Chanel products, so I'm going to go in with the Hourglass Veil Skin Tint in the shade 7, which is my kind of go-to shade. Let me zoom you in a little bit for this skin. For concealer, I'm going to go in with the Westman Atelier concealer, and this is in the shade 2. And I'm just going to pop this underneath my eyes. I'm just going to use a little mirror as well because I don't actually have anything other than the viewfinder. And I am going to just do under my eyes where I get a little bit dark in the inner corner. And of course I do have some blemish scars on my chin that just don't seem to want to budge no matter what I do. I'm going to avoid putting it close to the lash line because I like to have a little bit of natural shadowing there. For my contour, I'm going to go in with the Westman Atelier Biscuit, which is a really lovely contour shade, and I'm gonna just trace where I want it to go. Sorry that the light keeps changing, it's just natural daylight, guys, so the sun is coming in and out a little bit and it's a bit annoying. So I'm putting the majority of the product on my hand and I'm taking this BK Beauty brush to buff a little bit of product on it, and where I've just drawn a quick line, I'm just gonna like gently buff this into the skin with a really fluffy light hand. The foundation brush again and softening over all of the lines on the face. We don't want anything harsh. Brows, I'm going to take this Patrick Tar palette and I'm just going to fill my brows in with like the second lightest shade in the pan. I'm going to take a really light dusting of the Hourglass powder and just dust to set pretty much everything in place. I've seen she does this a lot of people have recreated and done the same thing. I don't normally do this, but I'm gonna try it. Just to set the base a little bit. Lightly set over the eyes as almost like a primer too. That's my Ring doorbell. Bear with, guys. Okay, now for the cheeks, I'm gonna go in with a stain. This is from e.l.f. This is in the shade Plums Up. Put this across the face. And I feel like this will stick quite well to the powder we just gently placed over as well. Now it looks really scary at this point. Don't panic because we are about to soften it out. I'm taking my other side. This is just like a cheap dupe of the Hourglass brushes. It's not an Hourglass brush, but I think I got it off like Shein or something wild, but I like it, it works. So now we've blended the blusher out a little bit, we're going to go in with a bit more bronzer. I'm using a cream one. This is from Dior and I'm going to go over the top to add a bit more warmth to that area. but can you see how the stain with then the bronzer on top makes it look really natural? This is just something I sometimes do in summer, and it kind of mimics that look a little bit more accurately than some of the makeup looks I've seen. And we can always come back to this and play around with tones a little bit later, but for now I think the skin is in a good place. Alright, I'm gonna do lips next because this takes a lot of patience and a lot of detail, and I think this is one of her core elements of the makeup look, so I want to spend my time doing it, if that makes sense, and there's a lot of products I want to incorporate to try and get that look. Now, I've seen from a lot of people she uses a lip stain, so I am going to go in with the lip stain, and the one I'm going to use today is the Wonder Skin Whimsical lip stain as a base. Just a base, we are going to go over this, but I want to have a little bit of that pinky stain underneath, like the bronze that we're going to do next. I personally feel like makeup is supposed to feel comfortable when you're wearing it. And this makeup that I've done so far does not feel like anything at all is on my skin. So I could probably happily go out about, even if I'm a bit warm, and not feel like there's nothing to touch on my skin. It's just satin. But it looks still healthy, radiant and glowy. The sun's come back out again. Hopefully it will go away because it's just ruining the lighting in this video. There are 3 brushes I'm going to use for this lip look. I have 4 of the Makeup Forever lip pencils, and I also have an eyeshadow stick from NARS that I'm also going to use as well. This NARS one is called Oblivion. I think it's a really natural contour colour, but it has more longevity than natural contour. So I'm going to attempt it. This could be a disaster, but I have a feeling this could work. So if you have a cream matte eyeshadow that's a really natural contour shade, reference it looks like this, then go ahead and try it. Okay, I'm going to go in and just going to buff this out. And the whole point is that you don't have to be precious with the lips. I think the stain she puts on, in all honesty, is likely for longevity over look, but we could see. Taking Biscuit. Yeah, to be fair, Biscuit kind of works better. So really take your time to buff this out. Next I'm going to go in with Endless Cacao because it's a real cool tone grey shade. And trace my actual lip. And then lastly I'm going to go in with Wherever Walnut, which has more pink in it, and trace a little further down. Gonna dab a bit more stain on there, right in the centre. Okay, the sun has finally decided to go back in, so this is the lip in normal light without the sun blaring at the screen, and I love it. I think we could absolutely sheer this out a bit. Now for the eyes, which I think is going to really make this look. For the eyes then, if we zoom really, really close, you can see that there is a soft, neutralish shadow on the lid. There's a little bit of sparkle, and then there's this gorgeous, super delicate, almost like a tight line mini flick that goes all the way into the inner corner. So that's what we're going to attempt to do today. NARS eyeshadow, and do this all over the lid first as a bit of a base. Big fluffy brush just to really soften any edges. Smidge of Smoke. This is a grey eyeshadow stick from Vive, just to add a little bit more cool toneness right in the centre. That's better. It's just created a nice balance between the warmth and the cool. To tightline, I'm going to take the Fenty Beauty Fine Lines in black. I did have a brown somewhere that's better, but I don't know where I've put it, so black is fine. And we're going to go right underneath, go into the actual lashes. And I'm just going to blend out that very quickly so it doesn't set like that. It will make your eyes water. Don't panic. So I've done it right into the inner corner, and as you can see, it just creates this gorgeous soft shape. And then I'm going to just take this brush and softly wing it out a bit before I go in with like a really fine pen liner just to get that flick. And then I'm going to take the Ilia black eyeliner, and I'm just going to create a soft little flick just to like elongate that flick area on the eye. Okay, so on the eyelid, I'm going to use something new and special. This is actually from Dior. It's their new highlighter, and it has this really beautiful soft sheen to it. I'm going to put a little bit of this just on the lid because the shimmer that she has on is not like in your face. It's very soft and subtle, and it's pretty much just on the center of the eyes, like that. That's probably more than enough. I want to just intensify the under lashes a little bit as well. She has a bit of darkness on the very inner corner here too, so like this bit. For mascara, I'm going to go in with this lovely one from Tower 28. This is their tubing mascara, and it's actually a dark brown, which gives a much softer, like fluffier, natural look to the lashes. Too strong, I'm going to take some off. But we want it just quite soft like this. So that is pretty much my attempt at a Nina Park inspired makeup look. This is the kind of makeup look I feel like is a go-to for me now. I did it for TikTok, you guys loved it, and I've tried a different method today, and I think I prefer this method, especially with the lip. But it's almost like a go-to now for a special occasion or a reliable makeup that you know is just going to look not too much, just enough, put together, classy, elegant, but yet with this little contrast pop. So let me know what you guys think of the makeup. Make sure you save this video for the future so you can quickly get it back for your makeup. And go and follow me over on the other platforms if you wish. I'll be sharing more regular daily posts on there too.